Hey, it's Daddy Steve. Okay, so I got another video on DeckHeroes. Can't believe it, man. I can't believe it. And yet again, Groundhog Day, I'm inspired by my man Billco in the comments. And the reason why I've got to give him a particular mention, this is my new deck, the new deck. And I will get to his double Meld day as well. The reason why I've got to give him a mention now is because this guy has consistently mentioned about Oinari being a great card and a great meld. Now, this is an end game player, and he's got this in his main deck. And it wasn't until I spotted it in the was it yesterday's video or the day before, the last time I posted, I thought he's serious about this, right? And then its potential kind of sunk in a little bit more. So yeah, fair enough. We're not gonna, we'll accept. We're not gonna discount this feral fever. It's not the main focus. Rebirth 10, very nice. 70% chance. I've got the rebirth rune on it. If you look to the left, it is a 6-turn cost. Can't have everything. Can't have everything. At some point, I will boost that rebirth. But you got S revive, and once you put the rune on, you got a chance of reviving 2 cards once it's brought into play. And then you got regular right. Then you put on this revive. This is the meld that you got to put on. It's double meld day. Then once it's in play, you got a chance of reviving another 2 cards. But really, you should be reviving minimum 2 anyway, because you're S revive on when it's played, and then the revive, and then the rune counts twice in both instances. So very important card. So the long story short is there's no Dahlia now, right? Which impacts the sacrifice and me triggering the Wraith Hunter skill, and which also means there's no recycle in the deck. But I've got a particularly strong revive with Naridu can't be killed for what is it? 6 rounds. Just can't be killed anyway. Torment or not, and I've got a level 10. I've got the level 10 rune on the revive here as a meld, which is the only meld for the read in my point of view. The only meld for Oinari, inspired by Billco in the comments, as I mentioned, is another revive for the reasons that I said. And I picked up my Oinari. I don't know if I got one from Lucky Spin. Occasionally it's in Lucky Spin, which I only do on Momoya. Again, inspired by my man Billco. I've got to say, he's had a massive impact on the strength of my game and where it's going, and he's absolutely right. The only addition I would say is, I think you got to have you got to have your Addy Spawn if you're free to play player, and I think you got to save enough for 60,000 gems. That's what I've got to say. So you can get the skill essence. Anyway, I'm on the wrong thing. I'm not. In the mine, so you do your mine work and you pick up your Oinari here. You can pick it up for free just by farming mine credits, whatever it's called. Or there you go. You got an amazing end game meld of Oinari if that's your bag, or it's going to serve a lot of people very well until you get your Queen Temptress and things like that. And it's not easy to get Queen Temptress, and it's not easy to get enough copies to do the meld that you need. So what are you going to do in the meantime? Free to play especially. That's about an Oinari, and it's going to be the same with Nareed. I got crazy lucky. I think basically what I must have done, I'm just guessing now, would have looked at somebody else's deck and on that day maybe limited booster or around that time, I thought, okay, well maybe let's give that a try. And then it just worked out. And I'm really happy with my Nareed, and I got a feeling I'm going to be particularly happy with my Oinari. Yeah, so that's that. In terms of recommended melds, and I think priority meld, and I'm still very happy with my Dahlia for everything that she said. Everything I said before is still true. Everything that I said, I'm really happy with the sacrifice to get the hero skill triggered. I'm happy with the voodoo to control their hero rage. Crazy useful. It's a bit squishy though, so it's not going to be there for long, but long enough to have your recycle too, and it just keeps the whole cycle turning over. So, you know, that's that. But I'm experimenting with, as I say, 2 strong revive, which can't revive each other, but they're not there to revive each other, really. They're there, you know, really. They're there to revive everything else quickly into the game, so you can try and dominate and impose yourself on the other side towards a win. You know what I mean? So that's the theory. Top row I can't replace, but now bottom row maybe Oinari. That's the main point. Really happy with that. And my Aquarius, I definitely got one from. I either got them both from Alice Bond, or minimum one. Maybe there was one limited booster. I can't remember. I mean, this is a crazy old deck, and I do have 2 accounts. I just can't log into the other one for now, but that's what I think happened. Yeah, if anybody's been watching recently, I got that from Alice Bond, the sure C1. The Spirit Paint I definitely got from Limited Booster, and I wrecked my Perfect Copy. That should be Perfect Copy 1, as it should have been out of the box. Anyway, this is a Meld's video, but I just wanted to go on what I think is a priority Meld inspired by Billco, Oinari, with the Revive Meld, with the Revive Rune. That is an end game card, in my point of view. This one here is just there to make up the numbers and just add some hero rage. I think I said something else in the last video. I thought thinking one thing and saying another. Yeah, I wanted to add the rage, but unfortunately it only does it once it's been played. It's a BS card. As soon as I level up, that will probably be just very quickly, as I mentioned yesterday, probably be a Larona, and then obviously Larona will be scaled out as and when I can. Anyway, today is the Melds Day, and I've already done my priority Meld of Oinari. Yeah, Billco said he's going to do another Revive Oinari Meld. That only makes complete sense if you're kind of trying to think about, I guess if you don't have a read, thinking about it, and again, instead of recycle, you're just thinking about, I want to pop people straight into the deck quick so they can get going. And I'll just before I go, the one cover, I did kind of skip past it, but the one cover thought that I had was, if I did need to clone recycle, then I've got my Spirit Painter. You know what I mean? So that's how I was thinking to cover it. But obviously not on an auto play, but in things like deck duels, which I really do enjoy, depending on the rewards. Okay, all that to do and say this, and this part might be very, very quick. Rot. So what you got to do is Undying Will. So I've got 1 copy duplicate, of Undying Will. What I believe it needs to be is Detonate. Okay, so let's go and get the card. What you didn't see is that I did not have the card ready. So let me just show you very quickly. So I had to go to the altar, I had to go to draw some creatures, and it's a 2-star card. It's Elder Shaman, I think she is. So by the magic of modern technology, you missed all of that pain. But next time I'll have a Detonate radar. Right, so I do believe that is ready now. So it's a 2-star Neander, Elder Shaman, right there. Detonate 6. It's not really, to be honest, even if I would have dropped down to something lower, it's not really the 240 magic. Actually, you know, you take what damage you can. So yeah, a 2-star card is farmable. I farmed it. Here we go. Right, so I've never... Actually, did I try and put... Now I'm thinking I tried to put Revive on this thing. Is that what I want to do? I was just talking to Billco earlier on the chat, and he was talking about insta-kill, and he's taking Revive off his Undying Will, as far as I remember, because it's just not strong enough overall to make the decks, right? So he's going to do something else with that Undying Will, if I remember correctly. Put the insta-kill on something else. I think it was his cyber I was thinking about, or maybe Detonate. I recommended Detonate, but obviously he's a very experienced player. He knows the balance of his game, and he knows what makes him happy. And it's going to be the same for whoever's watching this. For this, in this mind that I'm at now, I was thinking Revive, really. Yes, that was what it's meant to be. Let's do Revive. And another day, another time, maybe I'll do Detonate, which is also fine. It's just that for me, I'll show you when I get there. I'll show you when I get there. I'm going to do Revive, but yeah, again, Detonate's fine. Right. It was in my tournament defense deck. I had to take it out. I had to take the runes off. Yeah, so that it would appear right now. Here she is. If you look to the left, it's a level 15 card, and the cost is 20. I think my profile level's 103 or something like that, maybe 104. There's only so much in terms of card costs I can incorporate. So for me right now, Undying Will with the insta-kill and with the rebirth, and if I get lucky with any more kind of rebirth essences, then I'll work on that. Never level 15, but that is the reason why I'm doing a Great Mystic Revive Meld on an Undying Will. But yeah, other than that, Detonate would be to do a job of trying to insta-kill as many of the opponent's deck as possible in one go, obviously moving to the graveyard, and from there you got your Torment, and you got your Cyber Eye, and you got your R1, and I don't know, maybe a Wraith Hunter, and just the elements of things. But you could do that, but for me, I'm gonna try and do Revive. And I'd need an insta-kill rune as well. If you haven't got Detonate, then insta-kill rune will try and keep it in play longer. If you got insta-kill rune and a Detonate rune, oh my gosh, man. You're talking about trying to wipe out the whole deck with one card. That is a very interesting meld. And there's levels, you know what I mean? But, and I've seen it. It's devastating. That's an amazing meld. Maybe that's a priority meld. Right, let's do a different meld whilst I ponder that in my subconscious. You know what meld I'm going to do. If you've been watching, where is she? There she is. It's not going to be Revive. It's not going to be Revive. Ain't going to be no rematch. Yeah, I do like it. The Detonate meld more than insta-kill. More than, sorry, Revive and Undying Will. For the reasons that I said. If you want a card to do a job, and as Billco, it's just all the stars are aligning in one go. That would be the job the card would do, is insta-kill on death. Yeah, Revive rune, detonate rune, obviously, for the Undying Will. And for this one, definitely sacrifice. All right, so I've got making sure I'm on the right one, which is, oops, almost messing about, which is sacrifice. Yeah, there's nothing to think about. It's double meld day. We're going to go with gold. Damn. I'd have to be too lucky for R1 to do it on one try. Right, let me double check how many shards I've got. I'll try and do this as quickly as I can. In fact, I may well pause the video and come back on the other side, because it's just going to be a lot of tippity tapping. Okay. I'm not sure if we've even got enough. I did use a lot of my LP points, rightly so, in order for a Revive. So 450, 4,010, 9,000 for 20, 18,000 for 40. Ooh. I don't think I've got enough. No, I do. Oh, I think I need 24,000 for 60. Oh, that's so frustrating. I might burn some gems. I'm gonna have to burn some. Listen, I'm not gonna be 545 short from a meld on a video day. All right. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna try and get lucky and land on some LP points in the name of science. Then I'm going to. Okay, there's 100. That's trash. 200. That's a 3 spin. 300. Oh dear. 400. $550. Right then, so there we got it now. Just let me quickly look at my shards. Got 46 of those. All right, so I'm going to pause the video. I'm going to get all the shards that I need for Undying, and I shall see you in a little bit. Okay, sorry, I said Oinari, but I meant R1, of course. Anyway, so long story short, my maths is as bad as it always has been. Literally, look to the right, I got 53 shards, so I would need another 7 to get me to 60, and then I could use 15 Omni shards. But that means I'd need to get 3,000 points on here, and I don't know if I'm that impatient to do it, especially when it's not spending day. Okay, maybe not for 3,000, but definitely for 100, because then we can do the free spin. So let's do that. No, that's garbage. But that wasn't what we were waiting for. We were waiting for this. Let's go. That helps a lot. That helps a lot. That means I would need 5 more. 5 more. See, there's no LP there. It was just be. Nah, we're not going to do it. We're not going to do it. We're going to have to wait for the next double meld day, which is going to come after the next Alice Bond. I don't know when the next Alice Bond is, but there was a gentleman in the comments. Was it Cigar? I think it might have been Cigar who knew exactly when it was going to be. I think he said that. I think he said February, if I remember correctly, and it was February. There you go. Well done, Cigar, man. Damn. Anyway, I've made a decision on the Undying world. It's gonna be detonate. It's gonna be detonate for me. In my point of view, which means, but the last time I attempted a revive Meld, it's gonna go down as a waste. It is what it is. Nah, I love the concept right now. Today, I love the concept of the detonate meld on there, as I mentioned a few times now. A few times now. Oops. There you go. All right. So I believe everything is in order. Nah. Nope, 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 down. I think I got this from the Lucky Spin. I think the Undying Will. I think that's one of the only decent card I got from 60,000 gems, basically. But anyway, that was it. Those are my thoughts. The new deck. It is a shame I couldn't squeeze in a, detonate Undying Will Meld. Yeah, 20 cost. So I'm right up against the limit as it is, 208. Yeah, it just still wouldn't make this deck. I'd have to take out C1. We should free up about 6 points. Then maybe this Black Widow would be the... Yeah, Lerona. And then the Rona would be replaced by a Queen Temptress, maybe, you know what I mean? So as I scale up, I'll probably change things if I was desperate to get that insecurity in. But no, I think C1, sure, up. Probably the better choice overall. Yeah, I'm really happy with this. And I say we'll see how we get on with no recycle whatsoever in the deck. If I was going to put recycle on, yeah, it needs to be something tanky. I mean, this ain't going to last, but at least it's got, where is it? Yeah, Crystal Ward. So something like that really is what you want your recycles to do. And I say, ironically, I do have a Nefarious. It's just that she's got no attacking potential whatsoever. But at least this one did, or does. Yeah. So, yep. Listen, best of luck to everybody with their melds. I know Billco's got a few melds on today or whatever, and all is good. Same as everybody else. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your game. That is Steve, I'm out.